This is the car that every rival fears. For nearly 5 decades, the BMW 3 Series has been the gold standard for sports sedans, and even in 2025, competitors still chase its formula. Here's the question: how does a car this familiar still manage to feel so fresh, so exciting, and so untouchable? The BMW 3 Series is more than just another luxury sedan. It's the heart of BMW itself. Introduced in 1975, it quickly became the car that defined driving pleasure. Generation after generation, it has been carried with pride. The 2025 version continues the story, offering drivers a mix of performance, comfort, and technology that keeps it at the top of the segment. Stick around, because in a moment, I'll tell you how fast it goes from 0 to 60, and the number may surprise you. From the outside, the 3 Series has presence. Not loud or overdone, just the right mix of elegance and aggression. The long hood and short rear deck give it that classic sports sedan stance. The kidney grille is still here, but it's perfectly proportioned, unlike some other BMWs you've seen recently. Just look at those slim LED headlights, they give the car a focused, sharp look. The body lines sweep cleanly down the side, sculpting the light as the sun hits the paint. And when you see it rolling on 19-inch alloy wheels, it's clear this isn't just a family car, it's a statement. Which color would you pick, the bold Portimao blue or the classic Alpine white? Drop your choice in the comments, I'm curious. Take a step closer and you'll notice the details that make the car feel special. The M Sport trim, for example, adds deeper bumpers and subtle aerodynamic tweaks. Even the taillights are reshaped to look sharper, almost like claws stretching across the rear. Walk around it in person, and you realize BMW designed every angle to whisper one message: this is a driver's car. But wait until you see the inside, it's just as impressive. Slide into the driver's seat, and the first thing that greets you is BMW's new curved display. It stretches across the dash, blending a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with a 14.9-inch infotainment screen. The graphics are crisp, the animation smooth, and the iDrive 8 system is faster than ever. You can swipe, touch, or even just say, "Hey BMW," to control it. The cabin is trimmed in high-quality materials, soft-touch leather, brushed aluminum, and customizable ambient lighting that can set the mood for a night drive. The seats? Firm enough to hold you in corners, but comfortable enough for long highway trips. Rear passengers get decent space too, and the trunk has room for a weekend getaway. It's not just a car, it feels like a personal lounge designed for driving enthusiasts. Imagine taking a late-night drive with the ambient lights glowing in blue and your favorite playlist streaming through the Harman Kardon sound system. That's the vibe this interior creates. Performance is where the 3 Series continues to prove itself. The base 330i packs a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with 255 horsepower and 295 lb-ft of torque. That means 0 to 60 in just 5.6 seconds, not bad for an entry-level luxury sedan. But here's where it gets exciting: the M340i. Under its hood sits a 3.0-liter inline-six with 382 horsepower, paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. With xDrive all-wheel drive, it rockets from 0 to 60 in about 4.1 seconds. Think about that for a moment, a family sedan that's as quick as some sports cars. Would you pick the efficient 330i or the fire-breathing M340i? Let me know what suits you better. Every BMW 3 Series comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission, tuned to perfection. It shifts quickly when you push hard, yet smoothly when you're just cruising. Rear-wheel drive is standard, but BMW's xDrive all-wheel drive adds confidence on wet or snowy roads. Out on a winding back road, the steering feels sharp, the suspension keeps the body flat, and the car moves as if it's reading your thoughts. It's this driving feel, the connection between car and driver, that has kept the 3 Series legendary while so many others have faded. Safety tech has also grown smarter. Standard systems include forward collision warning, lane departure alert, and blind spot monitoring. Add the optional driving assistance professional package, and you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping, and even semi-autonomous highway driving. But here's the key: unlike some cars that feel like robots taking over, the BMW assists you while still making you feel in charge. Numbers often tell part of the story, but with the BMW 3 Series, value goes far beyond horsepower or acceleration times. Pricing starts at just under $45,000 for the 330i, which means you're stepping into one of the most respected badges in the luxury world without breaking the bank. Add options, trims, and packages, and the number can climb quickly. The M340i, for example, sits closer to $60,000, and with a few extras, like the premium sound system, adaptive suspension, and driver assistance tech, you can easily touch $65,000. Still, when you consider what you're getting, that figure begins to feel justified. Would you personally spend the extra $20,000 for the M340i's 6-cylinder power, or stick with the 4-cylinder 330i? Comparisons are inevitable. Rivals like the Audi A4, Mercedes-Benz C-Class, and Lexus IS are all fighting for the same customers. The Audi feels solid, the Mercedes leans more toward comfort, and the Lexus plays the reliability card. But the 3 Series? It continues to strike that magical middle ground. It's comfortable when you need it, fun when you want it, and stylish enough to turn heads in any setting. That balance is what keeps it ahead of the competition. In fact, many reviewers still call it the one to beat. If you had to choose between the sharp Audi handling, Mercedes luxury, or BMW's all-rounder personality, which would you pick? The emotional connection to this car cannot be ignored. For decades, people have bought 3 Series models not just because they needed a car, but because they wanted an experience. Imagine pulling up to a stoplight. You're sitting low in the driver's seat, ambient lighting glowing around you, and the deep growl of the engine humming quietly under the hood. Pedestrians glance over, drivers in other lanes take notice, and in that moment, you feel a little different from everyone else. That's not something you can measure on a spec sheet, it's something you feel. Driving dynamics remain the strongest card in BMW's hand. The 3 Series doesn't just move, it dances. On a winding road, you can sense the engineering effort that went into every suspension tweak and steering adjustment. The car feels alive, ready to follow your every input. Even the base model makes commuting more engaging than most cars in its class. And with the adaptive M suspension on higher trims, it can transform from a comfortable cruiser to a corner-carving machine with just a press of a button. It's like having 2 cars in one. Technology also keeps the 3 Series ahead of the curve. The curved display with iDrive 8 is future-proof, and over-the-air updates mean the system keeps improving even after you buy it. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and the optional Harman Kardon audio system turns the cabin into a concert hall. Voice commands are natural and responsive. You can ask the car to change temperature, find directions, or even adjust the lighting. The point is, while some luxury cars overwhelm you with tech, the BMW feels seamless, like it was designed to blend into your drive rather than distract from it. Safety is another reason buyers trust the 3 Series. With top crash test ratings and a full suite of driver aids, it offers peace of mind for families and enthusiasts alike. Lane Keep Assist gently guides you on long highway drives, adaptive cruise control handles stop-and-go traffic, and Parking Assistant can even steer the car into tight spaces for you. It's reassurance, wrapped in intelligence. Where the 3 Series truly shines is in its legacy. Owning one means joining a long line of enthusiasts who understand what the ultimate driving machine really means. From the iconic E30 that became a motorsport hero to the beloved E46 praised for its balance, the lineage is unmatched. Driving the 2025 version connects you to that same story, updated for modern roads and modern lifestyles. The end of this story brings us to one clear conclusion: the BMW 3 Series is still the benchmark. It's not the cheapest, it's not the flashiest, and it's not overloaded with gimmicks. But it offers something far rarer, an unshakable connection between car and driver. And that connection is why it continues to lead the segment. So, what do you think? Is the BMW 3 Series still the king of sports sedans, or has a rival caught up? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and join us for more stories of cars that move the world, not just on the road, but in our hearts.